Why did George kill Trayvon? We know from the DNA tests that Trayvon didn't beat George. So George was not defending himself. So, why did he kill the boy? George told us why he followed the boy. He didn't want the asshole to get away. Remember? Now, George may have followed Trayvon for one reason, and he may have killed him for another. What would have happened if Trayvon had gotten away that night? He didn't have a house key, so he depended on his brother to let him into the house. I imagine that he would have barreled through that door, slammed it shut behind him, breathlessly telling his brother that a creepy guy was following him. I imagine the two would turn the lights off inside so they could see out into the darkness and peek through the windows and glass doors to see if the man was lurking outside. All of this while discussing what to do next. Would Trayvon call his father immediately, or would he decide to let him finish his dinner and tell him when he gets home? I'm guessing that he would feel responsible to protect his little brother and his father and call him right away. After all, this guy could be lurking outside. And when Tracy answers his phone and hears what happened to his son, does he call the police from the restaurant? Or does he tell the boys that he's on his way back, so they should lock all the doors until he gets there? A few minutes later, when he gets home and is told the complete story, he decides either to make a police report right away, or he gets into his car and drives slowly around the retreat, looking into driveways to see if he spots the white truck that Trayvon described. Either way, Tracy does make a report to police that his son was followed by a man, first by car and then on foot. He would give the police George's description. He would tell the police that the man confronts his son aggressively. Maybe Trayvon even made note of the license plates of the truck that was following him, which Tracy would also give to the cops. Now, just picture in your mind that what-if scenario, that what-if Trayvon had gotten away scenario. Things would get really bad for George from that point forward. There had already been complaints about him following people and being aggressive. This time, he follows a minor, chases the boy down on foot after creeping behind him, illuminated in his headlights. George's neighborhood watch career would be over. Maybe Tracy would complain to the homeowners association. In addition, there might be criminal charges laid, especially if Tracy presses for them, and I believe he would. And what if Trayvon actually saw George's gun on that night? Think about that. Can you imagine the fallout under that scenario? Trayvon, being the only other witness to all these events, must not be allowed to tell what happened. Because if Trayvon tells police that George chases him down, brandishes a gun, and confronts him, then George stands to lose everything. Did George go through Trayvon's pockets and pull out the Skittles? Did he take the grocery bag from Trayvon and pull out the iced tea, discarding the bag on the walkway? When he finds no weapon, does George realize how much shit he's in? The boy carries with him an account of what happened. And that account, if told, will destroy George's life. Now, we know why George chased Trayvon. He told us why. We need to ask ourselves why he killed him. Thanks for listening.